Hello everyone, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Christ College, Christo Spectrum. In today's session, we are going to explore action research. Let us start with the concept, what is research? Yes, research is a process and it's a systematic process. The moment I said systematic, that means there are certain activities and those activities are performed in some sequence. So a systematic process in which activities are carried out for finding the solution of the problem is called as research. It is scientific in nature. Scientific because it can be verified, it can be tested, and we can identify that which stage or which segment of the research process is having error. It's systematic and it is a process, as I said, and the focus is on finding the solution of the problem. So let us discuss a case to have an in-depth understanding of the concept. There is a scenario in which Miss X, a third grade teacher, is frustrated, and she is frustrated because several of her students fail to do their homework assignments on a regular basis, and they take homework as an option rather than a requirement for academic improvement. Understanding the importance of homework in shaping the academic skills and behavior of the students, Ms. X contacted few experts, subject experts, policymakers, and applied their homework approach in her classroom. Yes, she applied the approach of those experts in her classroom. Can you guess what is the result? The result was not so satisfactory. What is the reason behind it? The reason behind it is because the approach does not address the challenges presented by her students. Her students might be facing a different problem from those of those experts, right? So what to do? She understands that before implementing any new strategy in the classroom, she needs to gain a better understanding of the underlying causes. Yes, better understanding of the underlying causes for the homework problems in her class. Miss X also concludes that she needs to educate herself by reading more about different approaches to homework. Armed with the new information she has gathered, she can now design and implement appropriate strategies to improve her students' attitude towards homework and increase their homework completion rate. Now, with her exploration and information gathering, she applied the method suitable to her classroom. She also decides to systematically analyze the results of her new teaching strategies just to determine whether this approach is effective or not. Yes, based on the outcomes of her assessment, Ms. X will decide whether this approach can be applied further or new approach has to be planned. The result, Ms. X designed a new approach to homework assignments and improved her classroom learning by following several steps. Those steps are gaining a better understanding of the causes for her students' reluctance to complete the homework, then increasing her knowledge of the topic of homework, implementing new instructional strategies, collecting and interpreting the data, and assessing the effectiveness of research-based actions. She was doing what? Actually, she was engaged in an action research. Yes, this is action research. Whenever the research is conducted to improve, to just find the solution of the problem, and the action is taken or some intervention is introduced, then that research is called as action research. Action research is also called as participatory research, practitioner research. So the scope is limited to if I take the example of classroom, then it can be limited to the classroom, few students of classroom or school. Action research is also called as practitioner research because this is done by practitioners. So that the one thing which is very clear here is we need not to be very very good in statistics or higher concept of research. For conducting action research, we need some basic basic ideas. So that's all for this session. In the next session, we'll discuss about the process and the steps of action research. Thank you so much.